There's an obsession in this business with thinking you can plan for everything. So a lot of our competition has, I mean, it's not literally a book, they're in a computer file, but of if-then rules of, if I see this, I do this. And that's what a lot of them are trained to do, and it's very slow and clunky and hard to get a good result. In reality, every site, every event is different and custom. There's aspects to them, there's variables or there's constants, but every event is highly variable, and it requires thought. So we find that common sense and logic and no bright line rules really, really do help us excel. So an example of that is just dispatching police when, one, not only do you know what you're talking about, but you're honest and speaking clearly and calmly and communicating what's going on in the scene and where it is, and you're practiced at it. The dispatchers take it more seriously, and you tend to get a much better result. A lot of calls, and you can hear them recorded, and because I've worked for 3 different other companies, I've heard literally hundreds of recorded dispatch calls. The lack of confidence in a dispatch from someone who has not been empowered to think for themselves is very apparent. The quivering in a voice, automatically the dispatcher is discounting what's going on this call. Like, oh, heck. It makes a difference when they can just calmly talk through what's happening. And that is a big difference in what we do. We spend a lot of money and time on that just agile, inferential thinking that use common sense. It helps a ton. Empowering people to think for themselves and telling them, no, you're not going to screw this up. And if you do, guess what? We're going to learn something. It's working so far. It's working great.